Well, as we near the one-year mark of Russia's war on Ukraine, battle lines are being defended in the city of Bakhmut, with Ukraine's president calling it the most difficult area in the entire country. Correspondent Kelly Meyer is live at the Pentagon. Kelly, Ukraine's still not backing down, but how are they maintaining their defenses?
Well, Ukrainian soldiers are going through a lot of ammunition, and the U.S. Defense Secretary today pledging to give them as much as they can as quickly as possible while training them to use less ammo in the meantime.
Russia stepping up its attacks, increasing heavy shelling, rocket fire, and missile strikes across several parts of the country. The eastern city of Bakhmut seeing the worst of it. NewsNation's Chris Cuomo on the ground there this week.
We were some of the last journalists allowed in. It's too dangerous now.
Nearly 1 year into the war, Ukraine is still holding back Russian forces with the help of the U.S. and allies. Today, NATO defense ministers meeting in Belgium, hoping the latest support will prove pivotal in the war.
Our goal is to make sure that we give Ukraine additional capabilities so that they can be not only be marginally successful, they can be decisive on the battlefield in their upcoming offensive.
The U.S. considering another large shipment to Ukraine of seized Iranian weapons intercepted by the U.S. Navy, which includes 5,000 assault rifles and more than 1 million rounds of small arms ammunition. As Ukraine burns through munitions faster than allies can supply, the U.S. now asking Ukrainian soldiers to conserve ammunition for the fight, as Russia re-ups for its new offensive.
We now estimate 97% of the Russian army, the whole Russian army, is in Ukraine.
Western intel shows Russia amassing aircraft near its border with Ukraine.
What's that? You see?
Amplifying Ukraine's calls for jets of their own.
That's why we need more sophisticated, more modern aircrafts to stop them.
Tonight, Vice President Kamala Harris will take off to Germany ahead of a crucial conference of Western allies where the future of Ukraine will be front and center.
And Harris's trip comes as President Biden prepares to visit Poland to mark the 1 year of the war in Ukraine, as Ukraine's president is leaving the invitation open for Biden to visit Ukraine, which borders Poland. Nichole.
All right, Kelly, thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.